Hey, everybody, it's your girl, April Marie, and welcome to Handle Her with Care podcast. I'm so excited to be here with you today. I just want to say thank you to 661 Creators Space. That is where I record my podcast. Thank you so much for making my podcast dreams come true. I also wanted to say thank you to my sponsors, Hair Honey, and you can find the products at myhairhoney.com. It's so pretty, it's so perfect, it's so light, it's everything. Yes, this is hair growth oil, and it's perfect for anyone who has hair, who wants it to be long, who wants it to be luscious, who wants it to be supple and more manageable. So definitely hit us up on myhairhoney.com and grab your bottle. So I'm so excited. I couldn't get through that fast enough. I was like, let me break on through so I can get to my guest host of the day, my son, Kalum Holland.
What's up, everybody? Thank you, Mom, for having me. I'm excited to be here.
You are?
Of course, with you, yeah.
Oh
Always.
my gosh. Oh, my heart is melted and I'm blushing. It's weird. Well, thank you for coming.
Of course.
If you guys don't know, I think I've mentioned it quite a few times, but Calum is a senior. Well, he was a senior in high school. He just graduated.
Yes, I did. Yeah.
And congratulations to you.
Thank you.
How do you feel?
Um, it's like it's bittersweet. Happy and sad because it's like it's high school. It's over. Like it feels weird, like that it's over with now. But now that I've kind of been graduated for like about going on 3 weeks, it kind of feels normal, like getting ready to go
Okay.
to college. So
So you feel
Yeah.
normal. It feels normal now, this new chapter of adulthood.
yeah, like it's starting to feel more real.
Yeah.
At first, I was like, "What in the world?" But yeah,
I love the expression. Wait, what? What in the
yeah,
world?
yeah.
Yes, I get that for sure. So I feel privileged to be able to sit and have this good conversation with you because I do know that just from dealing with a lot of my friends and a lot of people that I see in the world, they don't necessarily have the relationship with their, high school graduating or like teen children,
hmm
There's always some like weird forced thing. And
Yeah. It's like
so
a disconnection with the parents and kids these days. I don't know. I don't know what it is.
I don't know what it is either.
Yeah.
I was hoping might be able to shed some light on it. Because I know we've had quite a few discussions about like, friends and their parents and blah, blah, blah. And he'll tell me like,
Yeah.
Mom, I don't know what's going on with these parents. And I'm like, is it the
They
parents?
just don't. I feel like they just don't like understand their kids enough. I don't know. It's almost like maybe not spending enough time with them.
Hmm.
Um, I'm just throwing
Right,
ideas
right,
out
right. I
there.
mean, I think it could be not spending enough time, not enough intentional time.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
And getting really getting to know your child, that's important. You know?
yeah.
Yeah.
And that's what I was going to say too, is getting to know them on their level.
Right.
Because I think that I could always try to pull you up with this expectation of, oh, if we're spending time with each other my way. And then
Mm.
when we're spending time, I'm teaching you lessons I want you to learn for the future instead of being like open to,
Listening to your kid. Yeah. Yeah.
oh, yeah, drop that, drop that, mic drop. Yes, instead of listening. So I am today in the listening seat. And so I appreciate you sharing this conversation with me.
Of course.
So we're going to play some little fun, question and answer things. But first, I just wanted to run down and congratulate him. He did get accepted into
Texas Southern University, located in Houston. So
located in Houston. And so he will be joining the Texas family. So if anybody has family in Texas, drop it in the comments. We'll go ahead and hit them up because we will be looking for some snacks and some meals and
Yeah, go Tigers.
yeah,
So
go Tigers! Whoop whoop.
yeah,
So I'm so excited about that. But even before he committed to TSU, we had talked about other universities that he got into. Which
plenty of
what
other.
were they?
There are a lot of Cal States. So Cal State LA, CSUN, Sonoma State, and were there any other Cal State?
Did you say Cal State LA?
Yeah, I said Cal State
Okay,
LA.
Fresno.
Oh, Fresno State. Yeah,
Up north.
Sonoma.
No, you got Sacramento State.
Oh, I did get Sac State. That's
Yeah.
right.
Oh,
Yes,
yeah.
Sac State. And I
Yes.
think that was it.
I think that was it too.
Yeah.
But I
I
think
did get sorry.
no.
I also got an on spot acceptance to Alabama A&M. But
All
you
right.
know,
Yeah.
yeah.
And that happened at the Black College Expo. And what I thought was interesting was every acceptance letter that he got, he was basically like, "Well, I could see myself going there. No, okay, I could go there. That's fine." And one day I was like, "Kalum, but where do you want to go? I understand that they've accepted you. Are you accepting them?" And
Mm.
so then he was like, "Well, I don't really know. Like, it is what it is." No, it's not, because you do have a choice. You can make a choice. And so when we went to the Black College Expo, um, that was really eye opening
It was.
because we wanted FAMU. Well, I wanted him to go to FAMU. And then we learned like there were some prerequisites that we didn't quite meet, and that's okay. FAMU, go on, do your thing. And then when we walked across and sat with TSU for a second, I was standing off to the side because I was like, okay. I didn't know anything about the school. And to see you sitting there or standing there talking to the representative from the university, and it seemed like you were like spellbound. What was it about what he was saying that was like resonating with you?
He was saying just pretty like good like informational things. It just opened my heart and mind up to a new school choice, really. And
Okay.
obviously, they have my major, both of my they have my major and my minor. So and I feel like and I love the city of Houston. Like we visited there
Mm.
as well. So, I just think, it would be a good opportunity and new environment, culture to be around.
Yeah. Because
So
we're in the Antelope Valley. If you're not familiar, it's a very big melting pot, but it's a lot of white people. It's a lot of Hispanic people. And then there are a lot of black people too that have relocated and transplanted here.
yeah.
But like, going to school in Palmdale, Lancaster area, honey, that's all I knew was white folks. And it is what it is. So I'm excited for you to be able to go and be culturally, you know, baptized
Right.
in the South
Yeah.
and in all the things black culture, because
Right.
that's where you're going.
Yeah.
So congratulations, Kalum.
Thank you.
You're
Thank
welcome. I'm really proud of you. He's making all of my HBCU dreams come true. I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to homecoming, so I got to get back in the gym.
you. None of this would happen without you, Mom. So I just want to say I appreciate you very much. Oh my goodness.
Thank you, babe.
You're welcome.
I appreciate that. I have worked really hard to get you
Yeah.
to these
Oh,
points.
yeah.
So I'm very proud of you. And thank you for that compliment.
Thank you. Of
Okay.
course.
All right. Enough.
Oh,
Gushy,
goodness.
gushy stuff. All right. Okay. So I'm very proud of you. I did want to say to all the moms out there, speak positively over your kids. Okay. Just a quick note. Since Kalum was born and Carter was born, I've always spoke very highly of them to themselves. So even when Kalum was a baby, and I would rock him, my story that I would tell him, I wouldn't tell him like fairy tales and stuff like that. I would always tell
It
you
was
like
always the real.
the
Yeah.
real story. I'm
Yeah,
like,
no
oh,
sugarcoating.
yeah, you're so loved. Mommy loves you. I see you growing up, going off to college. Oh, and you're going to go to college. And guess what? Mommy's not paying for it. Nope, not a dollar, right?
Yep.
I have always said
Yeah.
these things to him and just kind of affirmed like, okay, yes, you're going to do great. You're going to have great friends. You're going to be very popular, very loved. You know, you're so smart. You're these things. It matters what you say. Okay. I
Yeah.
always tell people, say what you want because you will receive what you say.
Speaking positivity and into existence. Yeah.
100%. Yeah. So you are the manifestation of many prayers and many
Yeah.
stories, and to God be the glory for that. Um,
Absolutely.
okay, so to lighten it up a little, because we went deep, deep
we,
in our
we did.
feelings, we binge watched Forever.
Yes, we did.
Binged, okay?
Hmm.
And if you guys haven't seen it, you must watch it. Forever on Netflix. It's such a good time. And I thought it was super relevant because of this time and space that you're in currently.
Yeah.
So, quick question. We saw Justin's process. How do you feel like you related to him?
Um, Justin is a pretty interesting character, I would say. I related to like being an introvert a little bit, well, not a little bit, but and also like just some of like the relationship struggles he went through. I can relate to that for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
With the opposite sex.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, well, he had his good friendships
Right.
and that was cool. And I feel like, that's relatable to you, but
Yeah,
I'm
one of his friends is a little, I don't know, it was a little
a little
questionable,
questionable.
but I think he's chill now.
Yeah,
But
I think he calmed down for
yeah,
sure. And so when you say like the relationships that he had, like with the opposite sex, what do you mean by that?
just like the communication struggles, I
Hmm.
would say, and you know the a little bit of the heartbreak, but that's very common in today's like this generation. So
Yeah.
it's hard. It's hard doing the whole relationship thing in high school. I feel like because
Yeah.
everything's a lot's going on at one time.
Yeah.
So
I know.
yeah,
A lot's going on at one time. It's a lot to process. And I think that, you guys in this generation, there's a lot of emotions.
yes,
I feel like
absolutely.
this generation is probably the most emotional that I have seen. I
Hmm.
mean, everything is heightened.
Hmm.
And I don't quite know why, but
And that's why some parents are like also like having a hard time with their kids because they don't understand like the all this emotion. I feel like,
right.
but
The emotions and then the communication of the emotions.
yeah,
Like my generation, baby, we did not talk about it.
right.
There were
That's yeah,
things, yeah,
yeah,
that happened and you just dealt and then you moved on.
right.
But your generation is very like, this is how I feel.
Hmm.
This is where I'm at. This is where we're going to stay until we fix this and then we can move on,
Yeah, yeah.
And that is different. It's a lot to digest, especially like I said for me, but the only thing I want to do is have clear communication with you. So if that means that I have to step completely outside of my own comfort to just get communication with you and share in whatever, and let's be honest, Carter's a different,
Carter's a different breed, man. He's
yeah,
also a different like
he's a
generation
different
than
generation.
so.
Yeah. So we have
Yeah.
3 generations living in my house, right? So I'm a millennial, Calum's,
I'm Gen Z,
and then Carter's Gen
Gen Alpha.
Alpha.
Yeah, yeah. Them alphas, man. I don't know.
I don't know
They
either.
just
What in the heck?
oof.
Well, okay, talking about Forever, I have to say that it resonated with me with the mom, Justin's mom.
Yeah.
There were so many crazy comparisons that I felt like Carter said that he feels like they wrote that role for me. They were like, he was like,
No.
"Mom,
Yeah.
they wrote that's you." And I said everything except for the love part. Her love life was great.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it's okay.
Yeah.
It's coming. It's coming.
It's loading. Yeah. For sure.
Yeah, I know. I know. Okay. Anyway. Well, that was a great show and I was so happy to be able to watch it with you and then unpack so many things.
Yes.
in it
Yeah.
because I thought it
I
was so
agree.
culturally relevant. You know, let's see another burning question for Caleb. Okay, so how was high school? Question one. And then how do you feel looking back? What is there anything you would change?
I would say high school definitely has its ups and downs. Like freshman year, I was very antisocial, very to myself,
Mhm.
and I wish I would have, you know, been more out there, done more things in my freshman and sophomore years. Um, but I'm glad I started joining clubs and being more social with a lot of people like junior and senior year.
Yeah.
Um, I just wish I would have done it earlier. I would have more friends, more connections. But in all, I feel like high school was a pretty good experience because I ended up like building a family. People who I'm
Mm.
really close with, brothers, sisters, and I'm very grateful for them. I couldn't imagine like going to a public school because it's so many people.
Yeah.
The private Catholic school that I went to, it's it's not that many of us. So yeah, I enjoyed going to Paraclete.
I love that. I think
Yeah.
that what happened was Caleb he went to Paraclete because when he was little, he was sixth grade, right? When you went to that first camp or seventh?
I think I was sixth grade. Yeah, sixth
Sixth
grade.
grade. Yeah. They had a sports camp. And so it was through Paraclete and it was a free camp where you could send them over spring break.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
so I, when he first brought home the paper, he was in elementary school, and he's like, "Oh, mom, Pericles having a spring camp, and I want to go." And I was like, "Okay, sure. Well, okay, yeah. Let me look into it." So I did, and I signed him up, and I took him. And so when he came home, he was like, "I have to go here," and I was like, "No, you don't. Wait a minute. What did I do?"
Yeah.
He was like, "I loved it. It was amazing, mom. The place was amazing." I was like, "It was? Really? Okay." So he said, "Can I go to this school when I graduate or when I'm done with junior high school? Can I go here?" And I was like, "Honestly, I'm not saying no because I don't like to limit myself." But I told Caleb that if I was able to send him to Paraclete
Mhm.
without there being any type of like financial discomfort or anything like that. Like it was easy. I got you. We're going. No worries. And so that happened. He was like, "Mom, like, so can I go?" And I was like, "Yeah, I've already turned in the paperwork. Yep." Because I had already ingrained it in my mind. This is a thing. He wants to go here. So I just added it to the list of things to do. And so I never even considered sending him anywhere else because that's where he said he wanted to go. And I trusted how he trusted himself. He was like, "This is for me." And I will
Yeah.
say that about you, and I do love that about you, that when it comes to you, you are certain. And I want to encourage you to continue to trust yourself. Your judgment is wonderful. You you are that guy. You're solid, you know?
Yeah.
And I want you to continue that. Don't start second guessing. And I asked 15 people and they all said, and I was thinking, no, 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 no. You can solidly make a decision,
Yeah.
and I trust your decision making skills. And I love that. I can do that.
Yes.
I
Absolutely.
love that I can do that.
Got to give credit to the Lord as well. I feel like
Uh-huh.
God. He's always going to speak to to your heart. So you just have to listen.
Amen.
Amen.
Oh my God. I love that.
Yeah,
100% agree. Oh my
absolutely.
God. You guys, sit down and talk to your kids, okay? They're going to surprise you. I have to tell you. Oh my gosh. Okay. I'm loving this. Okay, so then that's great. We moved into that. I was going to ask you, how do you think, or what is your plan to be able to continue your relationship with God even though you're moving away to like another state?
To be able to continue growing my relationship with God, I need to make sure like I'm praying more, like every day, more than once a day. Oh yeah, I definitely want to find a church out
Mhm.
there, to start going to. I feel like that's definitely important, and just keeping up with my scripture reading, and just
Yeah.
I also need to work on like spreading the word, doing that more,
Right.
and yeah, just really like staying committed, you know.
Mhm. That's right.
Yeah, staying committed in all aspects, to work on really growing my relationship with God.
I love that. You said keywords growing and continuing and growing my instead of saying, other words that sound like you've already reached the plateau.
Right
We're
now,
all
yeah, no.
striving, we're all continuing the journey and
There's definitely like room for improvement and everything. So yeah.
just be so oh my God. Okay, hold on. Can you take this off for me? Because it's jinglinging and I don't
Oh,
want it to continue to make
yeah, take it off.
sound. Sorry, y'all. It's just the reality of life. I just noticed I never wear this one. It's so pretty. It was a part of my Mother's Day gift, but um, it's making too much noise. Okay, so I love that, Calum. 100% agree. I would love to visit your church home whenever you find one and whenever you're ready and you like it and you think that it's for you. I would love to come and visit your church home.
Of course.
I'm not only homecoming mom, okay?
Yeah,
I'm visiting my son's church mom too.
absolutely. Must bring my mama to church.
Mama to
That's
church.
that's how you do it.
Yes. Okay, so I have to ask, what do you think about your virginity and how important is it to you?
It's important because of um. Sorry, caught me off guard.
I'm sorry.
Um, well, my parents have always told me, always consider waiting until marriage. That's what the Bible says. So I've always strongly considered doing that.
Yeah,
But if it doesn't, I
sure.
feel like it. I mean, it's okay because
Right.
yeah.
Yeah,
Obviously, I'm still like a believer. So,
right.
you know.
I mean, if it doesn't happen where you wait till marriage, I do think that you're a man of discipline.
Mm-hmm.
And so because you are a disciplined man, then I do think that you can recover. You're not stuck there. Well, I did it once. Now I'm gonna do it this 50 million times. Like,
Yeah, nah.
like, hey, bring them on. You don't have to
Yeah.
be that.
Yeah, no, you definitely have to be careful
Yeah,
because
yeah,
you don't want to catch anything.
right. Or just any stray gum.
Right.
Well, Godmommy, Caleb's godmother,
Straight gum.
she she would say that people that you're not wanting to be in continued relationship with, it turns into gum on your shoe. And if you've ever had gum on your shoe, then you understand that analogy to say it is the most annoying thing that could happen to you is when you're
Mm.
stepping and walking across the grass and you've exited the grass now and you step on the concrete. Don't let it be hot concrete or asphalt. Your shoe is now stuck and now it has this extra stringy gum and you have to walk a million paces to get it off. I don't
Yeah,
want gum on your shoe
I don't either.
because I am the expert gum remover. You understand? And if you ever need your mama to come and ride for you,
Yes, you are.
I got you. No, but I do.
Yeah.
Okay.
Shout out to God, mommy.
Oh, I know. Shout out to Miss Ethel. We love you. She has been the God,
Everything.
the
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I love her to pieces.
I know. I know. Congratulations on her nuptials and
Oh yes,
upcoming
yes.
big
Congratulations.
reception. So we love you, Ethel Marie. We love you. Okay. All right. Okay. 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 So Are you planning to have a real like workout regimen when you're gone? Are you going to include like what would your self-care regimen look like for your body?
Yes, I feel like absolutely I have to be in the gym because Houston has delicious food, like everything. So
Yeah.
I can't come back home with the freshman, not 15, freshman 35 or something like that.
Right.
But um, but yeah, I'll definitely obviously wake up, go to my classes, after class go to the gym, take a nap, do work,
Yeah.
go out.
Go out.
I love to play basketball, so it's good cardio. So I'll definitely
Mhm.
be doing that in the recreational gym or whatever they have,
Yeah.
and really just making my own schedule
Mhm.
and getting adjusted, acclimated quickly because gotta get into my groove. So
I know.
yeah,
Yeah. You got to get into the groove and you got to get in there. You have to set the tone even before you leave so that you're already in a groove. So that when you transfer, you are already set. It's like, yep, already ready. Already waking up at this time. No
yeah,
worries. Already doing my cardio. So it's not like you move to a new place. Now you're moving and starting a new life regimen. And that can
right,
be intimidating.
yeah, yeah. I
S-
definitely have to not procrastinate. That's been I've had issues that in the past. It's better now.
Mhm.
Procrastinate. Oh, and just being staying committed.
Yeah.
That's for sure. Commitment is
Yeah.
key for that. So
I hear you. Calum is a great intermittent faster. Um, and
yeah,
he stays diligent with those push-ups and those sit-ups and curl. What do you be doing at night? The
yeah.
curls or something?
Girls with the barbell
Yeah.
and what is it called again? I'm blanking
Push-ups
on it.
or what?
It's push-ups. Oh, dips. Sorry, tricep
Dips.
dips. That's
Tricep
what I was looking
dips.
for.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
just a whole bunch of other stuff. I'm still on on this long journey, but
Mm-hmm. I know.
yeah,
I know. Because my weight has been a problem my whole life. So I'm just thankful that I have it where I can manage it
yeah,
better
yeah,
and I can
yeah.
you know,
Definitely. We
I
we both come a long way, but still got a long way to go
yeah.
for sure.
Wow, he buttoned that up for me, didn't he? Oh, I'm so proud of my child. Oh my gosh. So, okay. Now, I do have a question about your dad because you guys
Mhm.
have now gotten this really super dope relationship and it's been a long like a journey with it, right? Because you met your dad at 10.
Yes. Yeah, I think
Yes.
it was 10. Yeah.
You were 10. It was your 10th birthday.
Oh, right.
It was
Yes, I
on
remember
his
now. It's coming
Yeah,
back.
I
Yeah,
got
yeah,
you.
yeah.
Hey, it was on his 10th birthday and um then there was like a break in communication for a little while and then around 16 they started connecting again. So
Yeah.
how has that played a role in your life?
It definitely means a lot because he wasn't there the first beginning part of my life, first half. So like to be able to have this connection with him now, it's good, it's solid. I'm just grateful, that he's still here and I'm able to, be able to talk to him every day and just continue to grow with our relationship
Yeah.
and yeah, and just you know, I'm grateful for
Yeah.
sure. Yeah.
I like that. It because I knew from conception that I wasn't necessarily, and I don't want anyone to misunderstand this. When I say enough, I mean enough to be the solo component to raising my boys who I knew needed their dads. They were daddy's boys before they just were. And they really didn't have that. So, I mean, my youngest doesn't more so now and stuff. We've already talked about that on co-parenting. Watch the last episode. It was great. But you know, now to know that I didn't like taint the relationship, the waters of their relationship before he even made it, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And so to see him thriving in that relationship and still, and also not resent me on the back end is a beautiful thing. And I don't know why the resentment always comes, or it seems to come with a lot of mothers and their sons. And when they finally meet their dads, then now they're mad at mom for whatever. I don't quite know where that comes from, but I knew that I didn't want that to be my story. And so I tried to do the opposite of what I had seen done with other single moms and their sons. So instead of like desecrating the dad's existence, I built it up. And I believe
Mm-hmm.
that by doing that, it gave you a different self-esteem, a different self-worth.
Right. Yeah.
And so I'm thankful to God for that wisdom and to have that because you needed your dad.
Yeah, you're just a brilliant woman, Mom.
Stop.
How you built them up, and then you didn't lie. You told the truth about situation that happened when I was born and all that.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I couldn't even imagine like resenting you in any way because that would just be unfair.
Right.
Because you've been there for me. When nobody else was. So yeah.
I mean, okay. Thank you, baby.
Yes.
It's like, what
Yes.
the heck? Um,
You in the village. Sorry.
the village,
Shout out to the
yes.
village.
Shout out to the village.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah,
Definitely.
because they're serious about you for sure.
They
Oh, okay. It's the grandma, the grandpa, it's the
Auntie.
auntie,
Yes.
the other auntie, the
all the
auntie in love,
aunties.
all the aunties,
All the aunties.
Uncle Mike. Like, it goes
Yeah.
hard. And we
Yeah.
can't say all the aunties without saying Auntie Stephanie because if we just,
Yes.
we can't
Auntie.
couple her in, we have to
Right.
give her separate space. Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah, she's been literally like my co-parent up until, you know,
Yeah.
Walter came. And
Right.
so
Yeah.
here we
Well,
are.
yeah. Yes.
You know?
That's, still is.
Still is.
She's,
Yeah.
helps with everything.
With
Helps everybody.
everything and everybody.
Everybody.
She's a dream. I'm just, yeah, we're thankful for her. Okay, so I have to ask you, what type of woman do you see yourself dating?
Wow. Well, I'm gonna go to Texas Southern University, where hopefully I can find, my future wife. Now, when you say what type, like, what do you?
Yeah,
What does
so
that
like
mean?
if you close your eyes and you think of like, oh, she's this way, that way. It could be physical attributes, it could be emotional, whatever. Like how, like just a couple of basic ideas. Like what is your dream type? Like, yes, this is who I would settle down with type of vibe.
I would just say, have a great personality, very kind-hearted, um, great humor, um, loyal. Just gonna have my back no matter what. Good head on her shoulders, smart, and just yeah,
Yeah.
that's pretty much it.
Is she thick? That's what the people want to know. Is she thick? Do she cook?
Yeah. Oh yes, definitely cook. Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
little thick on
A
her.
little thick.
That's
Okay.
that's cool.
Do you like slim thick or thick thick?
Well, I don't really like like what's the word, like not discriminate.
Okay. Yeah.
But
Yeah, it is discriminate.
if she is thick, then that's cool. If she is like slim thick, then that's cool too. It's all about what's in here too, and in here. So
Of course it is,
yeah,
son.
you just gotta.
Sorry. Go ahead. You're right.
Mind and the heart is what's most important. But I like what I like.
Okay.
And yeah.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
hey, because anyways, when he does get her, then we'll be on the podcast for episode 9,999 because that's how
Yeah.
far it'll be till he brings home the girl, the
Yeah,
woman.
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Because it ain't going to be tomorrow. Amen.
No, not out here. No, I'm just
No,
playing.
no.
But yeah,
I got you, babe. I
yeah.
got you. I love it. Okay, so what? Okay, no. This is what I want to say. Okay, I asked you that about the dating. Ooh. Okay, so we already said the physical appearance is not your thing. I mean, it is. Excuse me. You are particular,
No, yeah,
but
yeah,
what your
yeah, for
type
sure.
is your type. Okay, so okay, perfect scenario.
Goodness.
Let's just say you're dating a young lady, and by the time maybe like 6 months pass, you guys have been enjoying life. You guys been snacking. Y'all been sitting up Netflixing and chilling, right? Like life is good. We got these classes underway. We in study hall together, snacking. My son loves popcorn. He going to the movies, getting popcorn, bringing it to the study sessions. Y'all going to the y'all eating the Netflix. Okay, so let's talk about it. Let's say that she's not as disciplined in her workout routine, right?
Hmm.
How what how would you help her?
I would start meal prepping for the both of us, obviously, and I would we would start working out together. You
How
know.
would you say it? Would you say it or would you just do it? What cuz this is, this is real. This is real life.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't like throw any type of shade. That's
Right?
crazy.
That's
But no, I would
crazy.
just be like, um, let's go to the gym.
Yeah.
Because
Okay.
I'm gonna work out too. So
Right.
it's not like you just go to the gym. Like, no, I'm not gonna say that. But like,
Right.
let's go to the gym so we could do like a little couples workout.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you would encourage her along the process for sure.
Mm,
Yeah,
absolutely.
I know you seem like that type of guy, but I just wanted to ask because I
Yeah.
was watching something, I don't even remember what it was. And, you know, it just seemed like, I'm like, I wonder what Kalum would do in this situation, how
Yeah.
he would handle that. Yeah.
Yeah. Always, I like to be keep stuff polite and still like honest. I'm not gonna sugarcoat anything, but like I'm not gonna be deliberately mean or rude.
Right.
No,
Yeah.
no.
Keep kindness.
Yeah, always kindness. Yeah.
Yeah. I love that. That's so beautiful. Okay. So, do you feel this is like the last question per se, but do you feel like I've been the kind of mom that you needed or wanted, right? Like when you close your eyes and you think like, whoo, I wish my mama would let me have or do or be, like,
Not at all, mom. You're an absolute rock star
oh,
in every category. You just I don't even know what the word is, but oh yeah, you like succeed every category. Being a mom, best mom me and Carter could ask for, and I love you pieces. Like I can't really put into words sometimes how much I love and appreciate you because it's like I don't know, but like you succeed all expectations seriously. So
really? Because I did put wanted
yeah,
too. Like,
wanted.
yeah. Okay.
Oh, you're very like if like we're big on communication,
Right.
right? So if I just come and talk to you, it's smooth, easy.
Right.
You're not like a very well. Okay, I'm not saying strict parent is like bad, but like you're not. You just what's the word? Like as long as we have like communication, then like everything is good. You know
Right.
what I mean? So
Right.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It's like can't be like sneaky going behind your back and all that. Like I've never really done
Right.
that because
Right.
I always had the very open and good line of communication.
Yeah.
So
I try to be open with dialogue with my kids because I didn't always have that with my parents. And I think that it makes it hard when like, I'm parenting from a space of wanting to hang out with my kids when they're grown. Like, in my big grown up dreams, I'm like, hey, so we going to Thailand for Christmas,
Right.
right? Like, all of us, okay, I put the tickets in your email. I'll see you at the airport. Like, I can't wait for
Yeah.
that because we're hanging out. Like, I raised you to be my friend. I did the hard work.
Yeah.
I laid the foundation. I was very
You love your kids, right?
yes,
You'll say this all the time. You have to like them, be able to spend time with them.
yes.
Because if they're little a-holes, can I
Come
say
on,
that?
yeah,
Sorry,
you can. 18,
Yeah.
18. Okay,
Then it's like it's hard to talk to them for one, and just be able to spend quality time. So
right.
yeah,
But I laid honestly, and I'm not giving myself props for this, but I laid the foundation for you not to be little a-holes. Like, I worked really hard for you to have a cool button.
right.
Like, I
Be
just needed
flexible.
a flexible, yes, flexible and like easy to communicate with and like fun to be around.
Right.
Like, I worked hard for you to have that because
Mhm.
I think it sucks when your kids or when you've raised them to still be kids. Like, I knew that past 10 or I really say it's like from 0 to 6, you're very, very moldable, impressionable. This is when you lay this very hard, harsh, intentional foundation. It's firm, it's work, it's grassroots, it's deep in the trenches with your baby, making them how you want them to be. And then from 6 to about 9, it's like now we're implementing certain things and I'm watching how you do it, how you structure it. And then I'm making those slight changes
Mhm.
quickly. Like, see something, fix that. Nope, correct that.
Yeah.
Because now that you're going to be 11 to grown, you're not a nightmare.
Right.
because
Yeah.
because you're only a child, literally a child for like 9 years. Once you hit double digits, you're coming into that tween, teen, adult. You're an adult for until you die.
Right.
So 70 something years, you're an adult. If I raise you to be a kid and still behave like one as an adult, because I never let you take those training wheels off and coast, and it may look different than what mine look like, but I'm not tripping on that. I just want to make sure that you can ride that bike.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And so anyway, I didn't know if I was doing it correctly, to be honest, because I only had my parents' example. And shout out to mom and dad, Michael and Lillian. They're amazing parents. We differ on quite a few things, and that's okay, right? Because
Yeah.
that's what the journey is. And then you implement the work that you need to do. And so I'm thankful that, Kalum, it did not fall on deaf ears or that it wasn't a flop.
Definitely not. You raised us to be kind, respectful, well-mannered gentlemen, and
Yes. Gentlemen.
yeah.
Jeez, that's a good word. God.
So that's
That's that.
that's the goal.
That's
So,
the goal. Amen. God, yes. Okay. And anyway, Caleb's favorite song when he was little was Classic Man by what's his name?
Jen. Oh,
J-
hold on. It's been a minute since I've
God.
talked about it. I think it's
And that's-
not Jedediah.
No,
that's
in the Bible.
That's in the Bible.
What is that man's name?
It's
Let me look it up. I'm gonna look it up because what are we talking about?
yeah. I want to
Classic
say
Man.
Jedediah. I don't know.
Jidena.
Jidena. There it is. I knew
Jidena.
it was something.
I
Like,
didn't even need Google, okay? That
Jidena.
came from the dome. Yeah, Caleb used to be like, I'm a classic man. I used to have to play it 100 times, and he would be in the back seat, like, with his little polo.
Popping
Oh,
my collar and all.
popping your collar. He was.
That's
It's true,
funny.
though.
Yeah.
Okay, so I have 5 tips that I'm going to give you and y'all, college students going away. Okay, and then I have like I asked Google 5 tips for college kids moving away. And then, so I have those and mine. So I'm going to share them with you. Is that
Okay.
cool?
Yeah.
Okay.
Perfect.
I don't want to bore y'all.
No, not at all.
Okay, good. All right. So, mom's biggest tips. I'm mom. Okay. Number one is don't procrastinate. So he nailed it already. Don't
Absolutely.
procrastinate, you guys. Get done the things that you have to get done so that you can do the things that you want to do.
Right.
That's it. That's literally it.
Yeah.
You got schoolwork, get it done. You got to do your laundry, get it done. Because what's going to
Just
happen?
yeah.
Now you're going to fall asleep with your stuff in the community wash
Right.
because you're tired. And then what? Now your stuff is sitting on the dryer or in somebody's trash can because someone played a joke. I don't know.
Just get to it.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I feel like procrastination, like it, like low key, like sets you back on life.
High key. Is that a
Yeah.
thing?
Yeah, it is. It's
Okay. High key.
So yeah, you get the things that you need to do, like your priorities.
Yes.
Priorities. So get those done first. Then you can have fun.
Then you can have fun.
Yeah.
All right. Done. Simple and sweet. Okay. This one's kind of long, but hear me out. Do not ride anywhere with friends until you know them and their lifestyle.
Right.
Okay. So you can connect really smoothly with meetups now. It's like, oh, okay, you know what? No, I'm gonna finish this paper. I'm gonna Uber it. I'm gonna meet you up there. No, don't wait for me, bro. I'm good.
Yeah.
Figure it out. Say
Definitely
what you
have
gotta
to
say.
be patient with that. You have
Yes.
to be able to like read people
Mm-hmm.
because you do that, you could kind of feel like, okay,
Yeah.
they don't have good intentions, or
Right.
they're just I don't know.
Shifty.
Yeah, shifty.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you have to just pay attention,
Yes. And
to your
you,
surroundings. Yeah.
yes, 100%.
Yeah.
And you being in their car 100% implicates you.
Right.
So
Yeah. Yeah.
if they have a gun in the car, it's
You're-
your gun.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. If they have drugs in the car, it's your drugs.
Yeah.
And that's crazy.
Must be careful because
You must be
you don't
careful.
want those kind of problems.
Period.
Yeah.
Okay. And so look, so I have more examples because I'm an over
Yeah.
communicator. So make sure you have your script kind of laid out to where you can say things like, oh no, y'all go ahead. I'll meet up with you later, or I got to study and finish this project. I'll meet up with you then if I get a chance. And so, don't drive or be driven by these people that you don't quite know. So this goes for anybody. I don't care. I mean, Kalum has a brother in Houston, and it's his oldest brother. And shout out to Big Brother. I love it, but we don't know you yet. We're learning you. So in that process, same energy.
Yeah.
That's just the reality of it. Until we know what comes with you, we can't trust yet with us. Now, it's perfect for you. And that's what I like to tell people all the time. Well, no, that's your situation and you love it. It just doesn't line up with me. So I don't want to put myself in a negative position, right?
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Moving on because I don't want to. They're like, dang, his mama talk long. Okay.
Oh yeah, I want to add, I do have a little nephew on the way too, so
Oh, you too.
very excited about that.
Oh,
Yeah.
congratulations.
Yes, thank you.
Great uncle. Great uncle. You're going to be
Uncle
winning,
K,
baby boy. Or girl. Oh, you said boy.
No, it's
Okay.
nephew, yeah,
Baby
nephew.
boy. Okay, so learn very quickly the difference between a friend and an associate. Mhm.
Okay.
Right.
An
So,
associate.
a friend is someone who you can count on, someone who has your back, someone who speaks well of you in your presence and out. A friend is someone who is going to call you on the carpet like, Caleb, I don't like that. Or, that wasn't good what we did or
Right,
what
yeah.
happened or what you said.
Right.
Not picky or picking you to pieces, right? Not someone who's deliberately just trying to tear you down,
Right.
but someone who you trust and you have a good discerning feeling about their intentions about you.
Right.
Okay, that's a
Okay.
friend. An associate is like, oh yeah, what's up, Calvin? That's my boy
Yeah.
Calvin. He could be your boy. That's not your friend. We're not putting weight. We're not leaning in on this. But it's a cool, like, hey, yeah. Oh, well, I was at the In and Out. Yeah, it was Calvin and Shane and blah, blah, blah.
Hmm.
Those are not friends. You don't know them personally. It's not it's just a first name basis. It's very vague, the interaction.
Right.
So you have to know the difference between the two early so that you don't set yourself up for thinking that you have all these friends,
Yeah.
because friends are not the same as associates.
I agree.
Yeah.
I never
Business
really thought about that.
connections,
Yeah.
not a friend. It's a business connection. And we handle them with care,
Hmm.
right? We still are careful with them because we need them. We need business connections and we need associates. But we don't need to misinterpret their usefulness in our lives as friends. Okay. All right. Let's see. When you're dating, listen very carefully to the things that the young lady or the young man, depending on who you are, is saying out of their mouth, and watch their actions as well,
Hmm.
because we're not one dimensional. We go off of human body language, what it looks like, what it feels like. Someone says they love you, but they're hitting you. That's not love. Someone says that they
Right.
appreciate you, but they're consistently doing, things that annoy you and frustrate you, and they know that. That's not it.
Yeah.
People say all the time, I'm just giving you a hard time because I like you. I don't believe that. I believe that people that like me give me an easy button. That's just me, because I don't have a desire for a hard press. I want easy. Not saying all relationships are going to be that way, but
Yeah.
if it's a free flowing friendship, then it feels that way.
Right. It's nothing, forced and none of that.
Right.
You can definitely feel that.
Yeah.
If it's forced or not. It's just be smooth for
Right.
sure.
Smooth. I
Yeah.
love that. Okay. And then last thing, Caleb, as mom's tips, remember what your why is. Remember why you're there at college, right?
Hmm.
Remember what your goals are and stand heavy and solid in them, because it's a big transition for all of you that are going away to school. And so if you remember why you're going, what your intention is, um, then I think it will help you to stand 10 toes down in that and complete the goal.
Yeah.
What's your goal? I know. What's your goal?
Oh,
You can answer.
my goal is to okay, either become a sports trainer on like NBA team or be a sports announcer. So I have to just limit distractions and stay locked in
Yeah.
on what's on eyes on the prize.
And make some great connections too.
Yes. Oh, absolutely.
Internships, maximize your exposure,
Yeah.
because I'm standing behind you,
Absolutely.
like heavy. Whatever you doing,
Always.
it's it's everything. It's happening
Yeah.
for sure. So there's that. Okay. Anything questions or clear up about what I was saying about the mom tips?
No. Feel like you hit it
It's
right
pretty
on the head.
clear.
Yeah. Very clear.
Okay.
And I agree with everything, of course.
Okay. Because you could disagree. You could tell me.
I
I'm
got you.
open
Yeah,
to
yeah,
that. I'm open to that. Okay. And then next, these are the 5 that Google spat out for me. Create a budget and stick to it.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
That was great.
Yeah.
Establish a daily routine. So include your classes, your meals, exercise, study, rest. Consistency builds, and you've been saying that the whole time, discipline, and reduces anxiety. I love that, because
Yeah.
this generation is prone to anxiety. It's a lot of factors that happen while you guys were coming up,
Mm-hmm.
um, that aided in, social anxieties and
Yeah.
stuff like that. Um,
Yeah, I struggle with that freshman and a little bit of sophomore year, but like about half. But it's gotten significantly better. So
yeah,
yeah, it's
I'm
good.
so proud of you for overcoming it, because I know it was a journey. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that the kids having that whole year 2020 situation that happened with the United States and the whole entire world. Um, and so I think the pandemic played a huge role in a lot of young people
It did.
developing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Definitely for me, because like, we were inside for a year, so
right.
and then it was like, you know, going back outside into the world, it was scary a little bit. So
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. I'm proud of you for real for
yeah,
overcoming that. Okay, get involved on campus, join clubs. Come on, guys. We're paying for this top tier education.
yeah, yeah.
Get invested in the entire process. I believe this for high school and college and junior high. I'm about to get Carter. I told him. I told him. You already
He's already
know.
in middle
It's
school. That's
listen. He's
crazy.
going to 7th grade. You
Yeah,
need to be in all the clubs
yeah.
and get on the basketball team because you're there.
Right.
Be a part of the culture.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
He has to.
Yeah.
No, yeah, you're right.
Okay.
Because
I went in.
you know how he is sometimes.
I know. So
Yeah,
different. Okay. Remember the office hours. And this is the note. Professors are more willing to help students that they know. Show up, ask questions, and build those relationships with your professors.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's very important for sure.
It
Because they'll
is.
be, if they, well, is it the same in college? Like if they like you, then they'll help you
Yeah.
more. Yeah.
It's the
So
same thing, same way with people.
yeah, people. Like
Mm-hmm.
obviously you have to do the work and dedicate yourself, but like you always make sure you're being respectful to your professors and all that.
Mm-hmm.
I know that for sure.
Yeah. And human.
Yeah.
Hey, Professor so and so. Especially with you going to a HBCU, so all your professors look like you.
Right.
And so
Yeah.
there's a certain camaraderie that comes with that. And so being able to relate to them, not to make excuses, but to only get results.
Yeah.
Okay, this is what I'm
Definitely.
trying to work towards. I want to be this type of host or that type of. Do you have any connections? Do you have any internships? Do you know anyone? Those are great questions, guys. Ask those questions. Yeah.
Definitely. I'll keep that in mind for
Mm-hmm.
sure.
Okay, good, good.
Yeah.
And then prioritize mental health. This is the final one, right? So use your students' counseling services if you need them. Take breaks, drink your water, okay?
Yes.
And talk to someone if you're feeling overwhelmed. I cannot stress that enough. Therapy is great. Um, I remember Kalum asked me to have therapy, and I was like, what? I'm not enough of a therapist? You don't. But what I found is that, yeah, there's nothing wrong with it.
Yeah. Not at all. Not at all. If you need to, because it's different talking to somebody like you don't know.
Right.
It's I don't know. I guess more comforting. But
Yeah.
yeah, therapy is definitely a essential tool if you need it.
Uh huh.
Mm.
Okay.
Yeah, I recommend it.
I love that. Me too.
We recommend it.
We recommend
Yeah.
it. Yes. Because it's not only handle her with care, it's handle us with care, handle him with care.
It is men's what
Yes.
is it, National Health Awareness Month, right? I don't
Oh,
know if
is
I said
it?
that right, yeah.
Okay. I
Yeah.
did not know that.
Yeah.
Well, welcome, man. On, on this Handle Her with Cop podcast, second day of
Yeah.
June. I'm so excited and so thankful to have had this time with you.
Yeah.
I appreciate you coming on my show and showing the world how amazing you are because you are. And I hope that other young men who have watched this show or young ladies that have watched this show can glean something from it because, you can talk to your parents. Um, and if you can't, find someone who you can talk to who can help you advocate for yourself and take care of yourself. Okay. Do you have anything you want to add on the end?
I just wanted to say thank you for having me, Mom.
Yeah.
It's a pleasure being on this podcast. Thank you guys for tuning in, and I love you.
I love
Love
you
you, Mom.
too. I
Yeah.
love you too.
Yeah.
Thank you guys again for tuning in to Handle Her with Care, where we are gracefully unfiltered. I am your host, April Marie, and I look forward to seeing and talking with you on our next episode. Bye.